Blog Talk Radio.
And welcome to yet another edition of our podcast where we have a lot to talk about this evening. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Steve Carter. Joined beside me is Brandon. Also joining us is Cody. And the birthday boy himself, Jose, is taking time out of his birthday party to join here with us tonight. Fellas, we got a lot to talk about.
I don't have much of a party. Hold on a minute.
Tell him to shut up over there. Fuck!
What the fuck? Sorry about that.
Are there guests outside the bar?
Let's go ahead and get things started,
well, this whole thing before we get beforehand, we're gonna get Jose a birthday beer after the show gets over.
Let's just get the
show. I'm not 21. Listen, I'm not 21. I'm only 18.
There's no rules between limits.
Well, here's the thing, and let's go ahead and get this show started. First of all,
let's get going before it divert.
Yeah. We're going to talk. Let's first off start off by talking about the Final Four in the men's Final Four and the women's Final Four.
Wait. There's one that I kind of caught on, and it was on the CBS TikTok account. The Madison Square Garden's lights and power on the other side went out, so the commentators, I don't know which ones, had to switch another side to get a plug in and call the last minute of the game.
That's this.
Yeah, that's something. Sorry, Carter. I just wanted to bring that up.
Which reminds me, it's time to join in, get another person to join into the bar. Come on in.
I'm here.
Louie, come on in. Now, let me go ahead and get things started. The Final Four, the men's Final Four is set. Now, let me ask this question. For all those that participate in the bracket tournament, let me ask this question. How many here had Florida Atlantic in your Final Four?
Shit. I didn't bother with the bracket, honestly.
How many here had San Diego State in your Final Four?
Nope.
How many here had Miami in your Final Four?
Nope.
And how many here had UConn in your Final Four? Because that is exactly what we got.
Miami,
gentlemen, we have a March Madness that will probably live in memory because this is the first March Madness where no number 1 seed, no number 2 seed, or no number 3 seed has gone to the Final Four.
Which is shocking.
Well, I mean,
it's shocking. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Well, that's one way of looking at it, Jose. I mean, this has been a wild, college basketball season we had. Remember all the upsets that we saw in January, February, and going into March. It leads us up to this. I mean, it's just. I feel, in my opinion, this has been a wild March. This has been a wild March Madness for college basketball.
They call March Madness for nothing,
That is true, Louis.
That is true.
Absolutely true. And I think this year it lived up to the billing. There's no question about it. And you know what? The finals is set up. Well, the Final Four is set up. It's going to be a wild weekend because on April the 1st, April Fool's Day, we going to have San Diego State play against Florida A&M first. And then after that game, we got Miami and UConn in the other Final Four game.
Keep in mind, I was going to say, keep in mind, this is the first Final Four for 3 of the 4 teams.
Absolutely. Yeah, 3 of these 4 teams is looking for their first college basketball championship. NCAA college basketball championship. And that's saying something. And like I said, UConn has been here before, and they won a couple of titles here before too. And the Final Four is
the recent title is in. You got to go back to 2014, 9 years ago.
The Final Four, ladies and gentlemen, is in the beautiful city of Houston, Texas. I believe it's at Reliant NRG Stadium.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's where the Final Four is at. I kind of feel bad for the University of Houston Cougars because, you know, they had a chance to play at home, but they lost in the Sweet 16. So, you know.
Yeah, but that is good. But at least Houston is going to have a championship to remember, unlike the Texans. Oops, did I spill that bean?
Oh. Yeah.
Hey. But I think that overall, though, the Final Four is set. I think it's going to be a great Final Four. It's going to be very interesting to see who's going to cut the nets down Monday in the championship games. It's going to be very interesting who will cut the nets down. Are we going to have a first-ever champion? The possibilities are endless because, like you said, 3 out of the 4 teams, this is their first, this is their debut in the Final Four.
Yeah.
So there's a distinct possibility. There's a distinct possibility. I was about to say there's a distinct possibility we could see 2 teams playing Monday for whichever team wins their first championship ever. It's possible.
I'm surprised that Florida got in because that was the game that had the issues.
Yeah.
And the final 15 seconds of that game, like the dude dropped the ball. Or he got blocked.
Are you referring to Florida Atlantic?
Yeah. That was the game that I was talking about. That CBS Ken Revenger almost missed the final 15 seconds because the front row of MSG's Ethernet went out.
Now let's explain how each of these teams got here. Now make it short and sweet. We saw how San Diego State and Creighton. That was a close battle right straight down to the end. The game was decided at the free throw line. Pretty much at the free throw line.
And we also saw how Miami got here by curve stomping both Purdue and Indiana.
Well, let's see.
It stings, but it is what it is.
Yeah, Miami beat Texas in their regional final. Also,
and
we
the
saw
biggest thing that has Texas winning the whole thing.
Yeah. Also, UConn beating Gonzaga. I guess Gonzaga do. Yeah, I guess Gonzaga do what they do best. You know, I said last episode.
That's brutal.
Yeah, I said last episode. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
But never the bride.
Yeah. So, but man, the way how UConn just basically just stumped the living daylights out of the Gonzaga Bulldogs. I mean, Gonzaga keep this. They go. We already call them Gonzaga. But man, that was just awful.
Yeah, that was terrible. Go to the corner.
Now, like I said, the women's Final Four, they are set as well. Yeah. Yeah, the women's Final Four, they are set as well, and they're going to be in Dallas. Now, here's the thing, in the women's Final Four, by the way, their games are going to be on Friday, with the championship game being on Sunday. So, the women's Final Four has South Carolina play against Iowa, which is going to be a good game. They're going to follow LSU and Virginia Tech. So I just want to point this
Wish
out there.
Hudson got there.
I just want to point this out that South Carolina, the way how they've been beating teams left and right to get to the Final Four, Don Staley has pretty much created a dynasty over there, over in South Carolina. You know, they're dominant. They're as dominant as they can be. And the way how they beat Maryland, just saying something. Just said something. LSU, of course, they defeated Miami to get to their Final Four. Miami had a great season. I know Cody doesn't like it because Miami beat Indiana back in the round.
And Purdue.
It happens. I mean, it happens to everybody. But LSU punched their ticket to the Final Four. Also going to the Final Four is Virginia Tech, who beat Ohio State to get to the Final Four. Now, I believe that this is the first Final Four in a while in which we don't see UConn. The lady
that's scary.
So this is the Final Four. I think this is the first Final Four in years that has no UConn. So
well, yeah. Here's my question though.
Yeah.
Sorry
you go ahead, Jose.
Sorry to cut off. I want to go first. When the finals are set for both the men's and women's basketball tournaments, when the finals are set, when it happens when it's settled, my question, and I've said this in like the past college football season, I've said it, and we saw what happened. Who's gonna break first? That's the ultimate question. I want to know who's gonna break under the pressure.
That's a very good question. Now, the women's championship game is going to be on Sunday, and that game's going to be on ABC. Now, that's a very good question. That's a very good question to ask because, I know that South Carolina, they've been here before.
Sometimes the most experienced are the ones that choke the most. I'm just saying.
Are you saying that Iowa could upset South Carolina Friday?
What was that? Sorry.
I said, are you saying that Iowa could upset South Carolina Friday?
Hey, it's possible. Even though I have my I have the term up, they're favored by 84% to beat Iowa. And they are 36-0, and that's a good record. I'm not gonna sweat it. That's a good record. But stranger things have happened, and choke jobs can happen even if you're the top seed or the underdog. It doesn't matter who you are. As long as you choke, and if you choke badly, you cannot put a Heimlich maneuver on your own damn team. I'm just saying.
I mean, there's one team that has been doing the Heimlich maneuver a lot. The Atlanta Falcons.
We're not talking about football.
We'll get to football.
Cody, hold on.
Cody.
No.
Cody, we'll get to football later. But he does make a good point. But at the end of the day, it matters the most that we will see if we will see a choke job, and if it does happen, we're not going to be all that shocked about it because I said it.
To be fair,
just saying.
When it comes to women's basketball, UConn has made that possible of winning the championship as an undefeated team. And as far as men's go, Kentucky was close on doing that, but they just got stopped by Wisconsin.
So it's possible. I do see where Jose's coming from. It is possible that we could see Iowa beat South Carolina. It's possible. Should be a very interesting game.
It's possible. Stranger things have happened. It's possible. Stranger things have happened. We've seen it.
Yes, absolutely. So let's go ahead and shift gears. And we're gonna go to the field first. We gotta go to baseball because baseball season is starting on Thursday.
Yes.
The regular season of the MLB.
Before we talk about Thursday's games, I want to talk about the end of the spring training. Good God, Houston.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Houston and St. Louis played a spring training game
24-1
Sunday.
Yes.
They played a spring training game they played a spring training game Sunday. Because I think somebody posted the score. It was 24-1. That was the final score. All I gotta say is,
listen to these scores. Listen to these scores for the box. Ready? 3-5-0-0-5-0-2-9.
Oh boy! Well, Jose,
Yeah.
they really had the Bugs Bunny baseball conga line.
What a game!
God damn it.
That's it was basically the conga line. Each bat that comes up, one after the other, hits the ball.
That's gorillas.
I swear, the Astros have the Pokemon skill Intimidate, because it doesn't matter who they face, they just lower down their opponent's attack. That's about it.
Well, here's the thing, and
I swear they have Intimidate. I swear.
Yes, I think that here's the thing, and we're gonna go ahead and talk about baseball right now. And here's the thing, baseball season's coming up, and Louis, I listened to your show. It was on YouTube, and I was listening to some of it earlier today, and you were discussing about the injury situation, the injury book, mainly about the Yankees.
Ooh, yeah, we heard about that.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, and I think that
this is going from last time we spoke. So it's looking a little dicey right now for the Yankees. But we did get a new shortstop from the minors, and he's already causing a stir. I mean, some might even compare him to Jeter. I think it's a little early to think about that, but this kid looks to be pretty good.
I'm gonna have to stop you right there, Louis, for a second.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but who was the person in the minors that was compared to Derek Jeter?
Anthony Volpe.
Anthony Jeffrey?
Volpe. Volpe.
Volpe. Anthony Volpe. Okay. So look, saying that they're compared to Derek Jeter is a bit of a stretch. It depends if he can perform under the big lights, if he can not crumble under pressure, and if he can stay healthy. Because if any one of those aspects is cranked up to 11, then just forget about it. But if he can maintain those three balances, that comparison's not far off. But I'm just saying.
You don't want to put that much pressure on the kid this early.
No, you really don't, because that's how. What's what I'm looking for? Because the team is going to expect a lot from you. When they expect a lot from you, that's how you get. That's how you crumble under the pressure. You don't want to crumble very early, because if you get the ball rolling, you don't want to stop, because when we hit the halfway point. Because at that point it's all or nothing. I'm just saying.
Well, let me run through the games that's coming up Thursday. This is opening day on Thursday, and we're gonna have the Atlanta Braves travel to Washington to face off against the Nationals. We also got the Giants will play against the Yankees. So it should be very interesting to see how the new shortstop is going to do. Well, now, if he could, if he could handle the pressure that's going to come to him, because anyone can tell you it's not that easy playing in New York City. Good luck playing in the Bronx.
Really isn't. It's not easy playing in New York, because it's not really easy playing in New York, because for one, who's facing the Yankees again?
Giants.
San Francisco.
Giants. San Francisco is facing off against the Yankees. This kind of goes back to the Aaron Judge deal, where San Francisco kind of blurted out a bit too much, and then Judge was open. Judge had the vote open to him from the Yankees to stay in. So remind me, Brandon, how much was Judge paid to stay in the Bronx? Remind me.
9 years, about $360 million.
$360 million for a man that could practically break a TV via home run by just you get me, you know. He is not bad for power. Yeah. He's not bad for power, but that's like the only thing he's good for. I'm sorry, I had to cut it short, but he's only good for power. That's all I'm saying. Sorry, Yankees fans. Commentary Kelly.
We also got the Baltimore Orioles that will play against the Boston Red Sox at Fenway Park on Thursday.
Oh boy.
Yeah, but here's the thing, and I'll make this quick. Baltimore had a great season last season. Now it will be very interesting to see if, there's expectations now upon their shoulders. So it'll be interesting to see if the Royals can live with the expectations.
To be fair, Carter, Baltimore nearly got themselves squeaked into the playoffs. Well, technically via wild card. So, will they capitalize this time around? We'll just have to see.
Also, speaking of the Astros, I know it's spring training, but holy shit, the Cardinals.
Whoa, Cody. You missed the boat because we already spoke about that. So you missed the boat.
Yeah.
The boat just
sorry about that. I already took it thunder.
Anyways.
Yeah,
I just took it thunder.
You missed it. We also got coming up. We got the Brewers and the Cubbies.
Oh boy.
Now here's the thing. Hold on. Here's the thing. Now, like I said, the Milwaukee Brewers, they have a great pitching team. They can pitch very well. But we have seen over the past couple of seasons. Great pitching team, but can't hit a damn. Literally. They can't hit. They're bad at hitting.
Yeah. But I want to point out something. Ever since 2016, ever since they broke the year-long curse, or the decade-long curse, ever since then, I kind of feel like the curse is back on them again.
On the Cubs?
Yep. Ever since they won the Gold Series.
Well, I think I can see that because they're rebuilding again.
Yeah.
And they pretty much had a fire sale last season. So let's say they probably might continue where they started. I don't know where they're gonna go.
Carter.
Yeah.
Carter, I'm glad you said about a fire sale because that's a perfect segue into a 10:07 game with the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim taking on the Oakland Athletics. Shohei Ohtani has re-signed with the Angels for at least I think it's like $15 million or something around that line.
Yes, $55 million.
$55 million. And to be honest,
65.
$65 million. Already pay the fuck up.
But here's the thing, and let's face it. Hold on, Jose, because he deserved that kind of money, especially how he performed during the World Baseball Classic. So
he's the
deserves
MVP
that
for
money.
God's sake. He's the MVP for God's sake.
Yeah, so he deserves that money. And here's the thing, it really frustrates me that he's playing for the Angels. The Angels who, for some odd reason, almost every season they fail to make the playoffs. Even though you got Mike Trout and you got I can't pronounce his name.
Shohei Ohtani.
Shohei Ohtani.
Show me the money.
You got two phenomenal players on that team, and you mean to tell me you struggle to make the playoffs here? I mean, and this team was for sale, but Art Moreno changed his mind. So I said, well,
God
a lot of people
damn
are
it.
disappointed. But here's the thing, and the A's, I don't know what to say about the A's because they're making money even though they're selling off the roster. They're still making money. And who in Stanfield wants to play at Oakland Coliseum?
Not me.
Well,
have you
here's my question, right? Who wants to play for an absolute garbage team that still hasn't gotten a new stadium, that has a plan to get a new stadium, but hasn't happened? It does take it too damn long. Planning to move to Las Vegas to join their big brother in the Raiders, leaving Oakland without a team and a decrepit, rotten concrete sarcophagus.
You mean a complete shithole?
That's one way of putting it. That's exactly how most people would describe the Coliseum. That's exactly how they would describe the Coliseum. Let me run through some more of these games real quick. We got the Tigers go play against the Rays at the Tomb. We got the Phillies and the Texans. The Phillies and the Rangers, they're gonna do battle. You also got the Twins and the Royals. I don't know why I was about to say the Chiefs. Some of these baseball teams get me mixed up between MLB and the NFL. I don't know.
No worries, my friend. I'm on that same boat too.
Yeah, we also got the Mets and the Marlins. They're gonna do battle on Thursday. I got a question here.
That's gonna be a wipe.
Yeah, I got a question here. Has the Mets found someone to take over for Edwin Diaz? I mean, because he's pretty much done for the rest of the season. So, do they have a backup plan?
Yeah, of course they do. Of course they do. Of course they do.
They got
you know
David Robinson.
I mean, as Brandon said.
Absolutely.
I also believe they got.
Sorry, there's also breaking news. Andrade Jimenez signs a massive extension. Okay, tell me, did you guys already talk about it?
What?
Andres Jimenez signs a massive extension with the Cleveland Guardians.
What?
Okay. Andres Jimenez.
That's interesting. But as you were saying, Brandon,
about
the rotation for
Let me finish this up. We got the Pirates and the Reds. We got the Blue Jays and the Cardinals. We got the Rockies and the Padres. We got the White Sox and the Astros. That's gonna be the opening night game on ESPN. We already spoke about the Angels and the A's. We got the Diamondbacks and the Dodgers, and the Guardians and the Mariners go close us out for the opening day.
I kind of want to talk about that for. Mind if I get some open thoughts about that? If you're the Mariners, you got back to the postseason since the country was reeling from 9/11. You got back to the postseason, but then you got your shit kicked in by the Houston. But that doesn't matter. You made it back. Can you do it again?
Well, speaking of the Mets,
they're not.
Their stadium is questioning. It's a question.
What?
Because Yahoo News posted NYC Public Advocate calls for Mets to rename the Citi Field.
Okay.
And how is this involving Seattle?
No, I thought you guys were talking about the Mets. Shit.
Oh, for God.
Okay.
Well, actually,
Cody,
we're gonna
I was
gonna wrap that up.
Okay, I swear.
But I think
I was wrapping up anyway. So Sometimes you got the Mariners are not going to get back to the postseason this
I'm not
season.
wrong. I swear, it's the shit I find on Google.
Yeah, let's move on. But I think overall, though, this upcoming season in MLB, I think it's going to be great. Now, I'm beginning to warm up to the pitch, to the pitch clock. I do see, and I think we spoke about this a couple of weeks ago about the pitch clock. I can see the benefits of it because it's speeding up the game.
Exactly.
I can definitely see the benefits of it.
I can see it too, but here's the thing, right? I can see it too, just like to speed up the game, but without it, doesn't it feel like that the suspense is necessary to, like, is he gonna strike him out? Is he gonna walk him intentionally? What is he gonna do? You need that suspense. Because you got to keep asses in seats. You got to make them, go over it. Make over like, what's gonna happen next? You got to make them bite their fingernails. Like all that crap. You can't just like speed up the process. It's just like because like they're not getting no time to think, if that makes any sense. That's the plan at that stage.
Well, that may be true, Jose, but you also got to keep this in mind. Folks are not gonna be willing to just sit there like 3 hours like it's used to during the 50s and the 60s. Never find something else to occupy their time.
Yeah.
Well, fair enough. But I'm just saying,
let me go ahead and move on. We're going to hit the NFL real quick because there's a lot to talk about there.
There is a lot
to talk about there. Hold on. There's a lot to talk about there. First and foremost, we got to talk about the soap opera that's going on right now. Actually, we got two soap operas going on at the same time.
Let me get the first one.
The first soap opera is Aaron Rodgers.
I thought we were going to talk about the bank issues between the Commanders.
No. We'll leave that last.
Now, here's the thing, and we'll talk about Aaron Rodgers first. Here's the thing. Now. The relationship between him and the Packers it looks like it's going to head straight towards a bitter, really, really bitter divorce.
Very bitter.
And I mean, I'm not married, but I have seen enough of divorce court to know that relationships don't end well. Some relationships just don't flat out end well.
Exactly.
And look like this is going to be one of them.
Shit happens.
Because apparently somebody's lying here. Either Aaron Rodgers saying, "No, I kept on trying to reach out to the Packers. And the Packers saying, "No, he hasn't. He hasn't returned our phone calls. He hasn't, no call, no text, no nothing." Because it seems apparent, he wants to go to the Jets, but for some odd reason, the Packers are holding up the enterprise.
Holy shit!
Emphasis on the whole, Mark.
And I think that's the thing, though. But, that's soap opera number one, and I'm pretty sure that's going to get cleared out real soon. Soap opera number two is Lamar Jackson. And
yeah.
And here's the thing with Lamar Jackson, because this was I think Adam Schefter. Actually, Lamar himself said it. He requested a trade from Baltimore back on March the 2nd. And I think this was before they tagged him.
And I heard from the Pat McAfee show that Indianapolis Colts may be interested.
And who?
I watched the Pat McAfee show earlier today and heard about it.
So okay, then.
And who? Hold on.
Yeah, I mean, let's see. This won't be the last time Jim Irsay stole something from Baltimore. So, let's see.
It might be.
If Jamal hears this and he gets in here, I am not blamed for this shit.
But let's see. But and by the way, yeah, I know when I said Jim Irsay, I know the Irsay family. This hasn't been the last time the Irsay family stole something from Baltimore. We all remember what Barbara Irsay did in the middle of the night. Used a whole lot of Mayflower moving trucks to move a franchise from Baltimore to Indianapolis. Great job, fellas. But I think here's the thing with Lamar Jackson, and I think that this thing's apparent to me. He wants to go to a winner. He wants to go to a competitor. He wants to go to a team that can win championships now.
So there's breaking news. Age removal posted as of now, a couple hours ago. Oh, an hour ago. NFL announced that teams can now have 2 Thursday night football games per season. Limit was 1. Now that's changed.
Okay, then. No big deal.
So I have a question.
No big deal.
Okay, fair enough. But I was gonna ask where is this gonna be broadcasted? Because if it's on Amazon again, to God, just don't.
No, well, let me get back on topic.
Yes,
because
go ahead, Matt. Yes, go ahead, Carter.
Yeah, I think that his thing with Lamar Jackson, great football player.
Yep.
No question. The only thing that's missing on his resume is a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing that's missing on his resume. Now, I don't think he's going to go to Indianapolis, Cody, so don't get your hopes up. I really doubt he's going to go to Indianapolis. I think Washington has made it clear that they're not interested, so he's not going to the football team. Whether the football team gets new owners or not, that remains to be seen. But he's not going there. So it's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting to see how this is going to end up. Perhaps maybe this is his bargaining chip to probably get more money from the Ravens, because we have seen this happen before. We have seen players that demand a trade so they can get more money. We've seen this happen before.
Yeah.
I don't know whether or not it's going to work this time, though. I highly doubt it's going to work this time. But you know what? Things happen. Things can happen. Yeah. Now, also, we do have some sales to talk about. First and foremost.
Oh, yep.
Number one, hold on, Cody. Number one, Dean Spanos' sister is selling her shares in the L.A. Chargers and the family trust. Like I said, she's done. She's washing her hands. She's done with Dean Spanos.
Not surprised.
Yeah. Like I said, Stevie Wonder could see that coming. But I think she's washing her hands of what's going on with her brother. So she just flat out done. Also,
I wouldn't blame her. She's tired of using too much charging ports.
If you're looking for a Bob, you better walk out that door. I think here's the thing. I can totally understand, because Dean Spanos is, well, if you listen to the folks in San Diego, they got some choice words for him. So, but basically, no, she's still suing to try to force a sale of the Chargers to get away from Dean Spanos' hands. So, but that's one sale to talk about. Now, another sale that's going on right now, the football team, the Washington football team, they're for sale, and apparently there's a $6 billion bid on the Washington football team to get away from the hands of Dan Snyder. Now,
well, I'm not surprised. Here's the thing, because
the price.
Here's the thing, right?
Hold on, Cody. Go ahead, Jose.
I'm not surprised, because Dan Snyder is the one that's putting the team up for sale. He didn't want Jeff Bezos to buy it because he knows he could pay that easily.
Mm-hmm.
So he's making sure that he's out of the equation, that anyone else can get it. But to make sure that he wants to keep the Commanders, so that way he can basically give the big grass in the NFL even more hell. He can team that he can keep raising the price of the team to basically impossible numbers. Up to a point where okay, we can't do anything at this point. We're literally handcuffed. We're tied. That's about it.
I think here's the thing, and I now I know NFL teams are expensive, boy. I mean, but but $6 billion. I mean,
shit.
That's more than how much Rob Walton bought the Denver Broncos for, because he bought that team for $4.65 billion. So, that's saying something. Cause you bite your tongue. Shifting gears, we're gonna hit the ice.
Well, there's one more thing about the NFL.
Make it quick.
Today, the NFL have approved to allow players to wear the number 0.
Okay, then that's good to know. Let's move on. That's good to know. We got a lot to talk about with the NHL because the Stanley Cup playoffs are coming up around the bend, and the playoff bids are going out, especially in the Eastern Conference. Carolina, they're going to the playoffs. The Devils, they're going to the playoffs for the first time since 2018. And yes, the New York Rangers are back in the playoffs.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah.
That's getting interesting.
Yeah. Also, in the Atlantic, Boston clinched the division. Pretty much, you have 57 wins after 73 games. That's saying something. They're gonna break. I don't know what the record is for most wins in the NHL, but man, they're really closing in on it. Also, the Maple Leafs are in the playoffs. So I'm really hoping that Toronto gets out of the first round, because the first round has not been kind to them. They haven't been out of the first round in 7 years. Like, they have lost 7 straight games, 7 straight elimination games they've lost. So
right. I'm glad you brought up the most wins, because that's currently being held by the Tampa Bay Lightning from 2018 to 2019 with the most wins at 62.
Yeah, Boston's at 57. There's 9 games left to go in the season, so
yeah.
That's pretty much saying something. Going through the scores real quick. We'll come back on the standings in a minute, but going through the scores real quick, we got Nashville and Boston. They're doing battle at the TD Garden. I think it's still the TD Garden, but yeah, they're doing battle. Very interesting. Nashville is fighting for their playoff lives here. We also got going on. It's scoreless right now as that game is closing. As the first quarter the first period is coming to a close. This game is already at first. This one is already at first intermission. The Hurricanes and the Lightning, they're scoreless. So that's already at first intermission.
Already, and look at this. With 2.5 minutes left, currently in power play at the Garden, the Rangers are up 3-1 against the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm not surprised. It might as well be I'm not surprised. It might as well be packaged in bubble wrap.
Yeah, with all that injury they've been suffering. Also, we got going on, and, well, this might be the potential of a bloodbath. The Red Wings are leading the Penguins right now, 3-0.
Yeah, less than 30 seconds in the
Still early.
In the Little Caesars Arena.
Yep. We also got going on. We got the Canadiens and the Flyers. They're doing battle. The game is scoreless as the first period is coming to a close.
Yeah, of course. And the game's fairly coming off in a few minutes. I think in about 16, 15 minutes. We got Vancouver heading down to St. Louis to take on the Blues.
Yeah. I tell you what, both these teams, they are fighting for their playoff lives here, because I'm pretty sure one of these two teams is going to be eliminated from playoff contention before the night is over.
Probably. I think. Well, one of them's going to be on that boat. It's Chicago, as they're going to play host to the Dallas Stars in 8:30.
Well, I'm not surprised that Chicago is a thing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm still very active. I'm very active as a player, apparently, at this point. It's a birthday, yay! But still, I'm not surprised that Chicago is going to be the first team eliminated. I mean, just look at them. Just look at them. They turned into a tank along with Arizona.
Well, they're gonna.
Right?
Well, to be fair, Jose Miguel, they might be the second, if not the third.
Yeah.
Because
When
San Jose and Columbus are going to be the first two.
Mhm. Also, we got coming up over in Calgary at the Scotiabank Saddledome. We got the LA Kings and the Calgary Flames doing battle. Los Angeles, Edmonton, and Las Vegas are battling for that Pacific Division. Speaking of Edmonton and Vegas, I was about to say, speaking of Edmonton and Vegas, they're going to do battle tonight.
Oh yeah, and considering those two, they need to win to get to the top spot of the West, not just in the Pacific Division, just the Western Conference itself.
Absolutely. And to close out the evening.
Good luck.
Yeah, I was about to say closing out the evening. We got the Jets and the Sharks to close out the evening.
As I just mentioned here, with the loss here, San Jose could be mathematically eliminated, if not be the first team.
Well, I think here's the thing, because here's the team that's already mathematically eliminated. They're not going to the playoffs. We already know that San Jose, Anaheim, Chicago, Arizona, and Columbus.
That doesn't surprise me in the least. Well,
because as you guys brought up, Columbus is having a hard time with the injury bug. So, but like I said, with about some teams got 8, some got 9, some got 10, but we're closing in on the end of the NHL season, and that season is getting ready to come to a close, and straight towards the finish. Very interesting to see if Dallas, but I think Dallas probably might be able to win that Central Division, but Minnesota and Columbus, they sure say putting up a fight. Minnesota is leading that division by a point over the Avalanche. So that's going to be very interesting.
I think for all of us to be on that same boat, Carter, it's no secret that Boston's going to take the trophy.
Stanley Cup?
No, not
trophy.
that one. The other one.
No.
The President's Trophy.
There you go.
Yeah, I think that there's no question that they could walk away with it. Shifting gears, and we're going to go hit the court. We're going to go to the NBA, and a lot to talk about in the NBA. First and foremost, I'm pretty sure all the Mavericks fans are not too thrilled that they're struggling right now. In fact, man, I'm just scrolling back up here real quick trying to find some kind of quote Kyrie Irving said about all the fans that was booing his team for their performance. Oh yes, here we go. He said, and this was, I think, sometime last week, he said, so what? You obviously want to play well. It's only 5 people on the court that can play for the Mavs. If the fans want to change places, be my guest. Got years of work ahead to be great enough to be on this level. I said to okay then. I hope the Mavericks got exactly what they're paying for.
To be fair, Carter, that's coming from somebody who's been second fiddle to LeBron James and Kevin Durant.
That's my bad. That is true. And the Mavericks, they are on the outside looking in. They're on the outside looking in because they're right now in the 11th spot, and they're like a half game behind Oklahoma City for the last play-in spot. Meanwhile, back east, we got Milwaukee, Boston, Philly, and Cleveland. They all are going to the playoffs. Sooner or later, I think the Knicks, they're going to clinch their spot in the playoffs because they're 43 and 33 right now, so that's not too bad. They might not be able to catch Boston for the division, but it'll be a very interesting contest to see. To see New York and Cleveland do battle in the playoffs. It'll be interesting to see. It's going to be most intriguing to see. Let me go ahead and run
Yeah.
through the scores real quick going on right now in the NBA.
I got you. Starting off that happened, it's going to be at the Verizon Center down at the nation's capital as the Wizards go up 10 in the second quarter with 4.5 left over Boston, since you brought them up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also, we got the Heat and the Raptors. This game is underway. It's 16-14 right now with about 3:50 left to go in the first quarter. So that's going to be a very intriguing contest.
And heading down south at the ATL, Cleveland, this game just started. Cleveland up 10.
Mm-hmm.
With about 6.5 left.
Absolutely. And we got some games coming up this evening. We got the Magic and the Grizzlies. They're going to do better. Memphis already clinching the Southwest Division. They're pretty much the number 2 seed. I was about to say they're pretty much the number 2 seed in the Western Conference.
They are. And here's the crazy part. He's back. Ja Morant is back.
Oh.
Ja Morant is back.
Yeah, I think that he is back because I think he came out the bench.
Did?
One of those games before. So it's gonna be very interesting to see if he could put the incident that he had, with him taking the Instagram with guns. It'd be interesting to see if he could put that incident behind him.
He can.
I don't know.
He can. The way he's playing right now. Yeah, with the way he's playing right now, I know he can.
Yeah.
And now we have
the same possibility.
Yeah.
Also, we got the Hornets and the Thunder. That's gonna be interesting.
This is a shock. A bit of a shock for me because OKC, if the playoffs started here, they would be in the play-in tournament.
Mhm. We also have to close out the evening. We got the Pelicans and the Warriors playing later on this evening.
Speaking of the Warriors, they're gonna need this win in order to catch up to the other 4 teams that are chasing. That both them, the Warriors, and the Lakers are chasing. I'm talking, of course, Phoenix, Clippers, and the Kings.
Don't forget the Timberwolves.
No, I don't forget the Timberwolves, but Timberwolves they're gonna play how they're gonna be playing. They're gonna be, I don't know what the correct way to describe, but like I said, if the way happens here in the next few games, I'm seeing this as the order here. Denver, Memphis, Sacramento, Minnesota, if they get their act together.
Yeah.
Clippers, Phoenix, Warriors, Pelicans, Lakers, and maybe Dallas, but at the same time, they're nipping at the heels with OKC and Utah, so it's going to be that kind of a battle.
Mhm. Yeah, even Portland is still in the mix a little bit. That reminds me. This news came out earlier today that Brooklyn has shut down Ben Simmons for the rest of the season.
Yikes.
Now, this does not surprise me in the least because remember what I said about this no-win situation when they traded the 3 people that got the Brooklyn to the playoffs, like, Harden, Durant, and Kyrie. This is the biggest point I just made. And you're putting all of this on Ben Simmons. Like, dude, come on now.
I hear that the Taints are rolling in Brooklyn. I don't know about you. I can smell the frickin' diesel from here.
Well, Brooklyn is 40-35 right now, so that's not too good. They're trying to avoid playing in the play-in tournament.
Well, considering the people they have, like Spencer Dinwiddie, Dorian Finney-Smith, and Nicholas Claxton, I mean, it's not to say that they won't avoid it, but who's to say they can't earn it?
That's
I do.
That's true. And like I said,
sadly, I would be the one to say that they won't earn because, well, just look at them right now.
Now, let me run this real quick. Like we said, Milwaukee, Boston, Philly, and Cleveland, they've all clinched spots in the playoffs. So, New York is number 5. This is the conference standing. New York is number 5. They're 43-33. They're like 5 games behind Cleveland for that number 4 seed. So it should be very interesting they'll be able to catch them. Brooklyn's number 6. Miami's number 7. Atlanta's number 8. Toronto's number 9. And the Bulls are number 10. You got the Wizards, the Pacers, and the Magic on the outside looking in.
And here's a bit of a problem I got with Brooklyn. You had something going when you just have Kyrie and Kevin Durant. And now you decided to trade both of them after they put away their egos. Like, what the hell?
They want to become the tank. I don't mind that.
But
if it's all about the draft, then
they had something going. They had something right until they screwed it all up by saying, "Okay, this is the time we can go ahead and trade them." Like,
well, gentlemen, go ahead, Brandon.
I said, bro, timing is everything.
Yeah.
If Kyrie and KD play good with Brooklyn, just don't even think about trading. Let them do what they got to do to get Brooklyn a championship, all right?
Well, I think, gentlemen,
right now, like, way back in, like, since the days of Tracy Kidd, freaking Vince Carter, and y'all screwed yourselves up.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and bring this up before we close out the bar this evening. I know most people are wondering, how come we're not talking about the XFL? How come, well, and I brought this up. I brought this up on Discord. Me personally, I don't usually talk about the XFL or the USFL for that matter. That's coming up.
It just isn't interesting as much as the NFL. It just isn't interesting to us.
I think the phrase I want to use is football fatigue. That's the phrase I would use is football fatigue, because
fair enough.
Because don't get me wrong. The way how they play football year round, of course, we call it soccer, they call it football. And the way how they play it year round, their fans love it. Here in America, we're not big fans of spring football. And I know in some places the XFL's attendance is great, and in other places the XFL attendance just fell flat. And something tells me the Rangers don't look too. They're not going to look too good. They didn't look too good last week. They're not going to look too good this week coming up, because you got the Final Four, you have WrestleMania, you have so many options. MLB opening weekend.
The current Genesis.
That's something different.
Yeah, I think that that's really something to look at. Before we close out the bar, Louis, thank you for joining us this evening. We really appreciate your company, and I keep on bringing this up. folks, you got to tune in to the Enhanced Sports Show every Saturday afternoon, 4 to 6 Eastern. Louis, tell them your number so they can get on your show.
512-543-4662. I'll repeat it again, 512-543-4662. We are now also on YouTube, so all you got to do is go to Google and look up, type in the Enhanced Sports Show, and you'll see me there. You can also subscribe by downloading the Try 29 app. It only costs you $4,095 a month. No, $4.95 a month to download the app. But we are available on Google.
And if you do want to join Louis' podcast, just remember one thing. There is not an 18-plus show. He said to keep it as PG as possible. Mind your P's and Q's, and if you don't, he'll hit you with a hammer. Now.
That's right. And right where it hurts, too.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us, Louis. And I just want to thank each and every one of you all for joining us this evening on our shows. Like we said, we got a big weekend. We got the MLB opening weekend. Can't wait to see it. Final Four. We also got NHL. WrestleMania weekend. If you're a wrestling fan. WrestleMania weekend.
Not to mention April 8th Figure Genesis if you have into PW World, but I doubt anyone has that type of money. But I'm just saying, it's there for you.
And I know very well, that this may sound personal, but April 1st is going to be a little bit of a bittersweet type of moment.
Yeah, but let's not dwell on that. Let's not dwell on this podcast. Everyone out there doesn't need to know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, fine.
Well, on that note, ladies and
with
gentlemen.
That being said, with that in mind, it is last call after all, right?
Yeah.
I see you, Carter, getting all your stuff ready, right? Like these Brandon's just was almost tripped. And Cody, you hit your head on the floor. I'm sorry about that.
I did not hit my head on the floor. I'm sitting.
Ladies and
well,
gentlemen,
either
thank
way.
you.
Let Carter go.
Go ahead, Carter. You wrap it up.
Ladies and gentlemen, we thank you so much for joining us this evening. I know what you want, but we had a great time here. We got a big weekend. It's gonna be a great weekend. We'll be back here, hopefully better than ever, next Tuesday right here on our podcast. Remember, you can catch us on Spotify.
I was gonna say just before we go, congratulations to winning their third WBC tournament.
Absolutely. Shohei put on the show during this tournament. More power to him. You can catch us on Spotify. You can catch us on iHeart. And you can also catch us on YouTube. That being said, we thank you so much for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, for Cody, for Brandon, for our birthday boy, Jose. I am Dr. Stan. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next week right here on our podcast. Until then, good night, everybody. We'll see you on down the road.
Yeah, boys.
Have fun. See you next week, Rod. I want you to cut off.
Hollywood.
Sakura!